Welcome back, everybody. We have now established communications. Let's bring in Congresswoman Jen Kiggans. We'll try this again, the Republican from Virginia, joining us now. Congresswoman, you're going with Speaker McCarthy on a congressional trip to the southern border tomorrow. What do you expect to come from it?
That's right. We're very excited to head with Speaker McCarthy and a few other, a group of freshmen there, just to see the reality of the border. I visited there about 6 months ago, so it's been a few months, but we're expecting to see the full-blown crisis, the humanitarian crisis, the drug crisis, the wide-open border. Nothing has changed, really, since Joe Biden took office, but especially since Republicans have taken the majority back in the House. It's an issue that we continue to highlight, and we want to invite the media and everyone else in America to see what is actually going on down there.
And we see these groups making these trips, Congresswoman, all the time, and we hear the outrage, and Fox News has been showing what's going on at that border on a daily basis, and yet nothing changes, to your point. The administration is just turning a blind eye. How is that possible, and how can you get this point across?
Yeah, Joe Biden is not doing his job, the Biden administration. And not only is he not protecting our sovereign borders at the southern border, but just that message that it sends that he doesn't prioritize our national security. China's watching and the world is watching. And we see what's happened last week with the Chinese surveillance balloon that overflew our country, the entire part of our country, and we did nothing about it. And not only that, no answers have been provided to the American people. Our president, we demand, and the Americans deserve, that our president answers questions for us. But that show of weakness is really what's projecting from this administration. And Republicans are there. We are the new majority. Americans spoke in November and put us there so that we can kick and scream. And we will demand answers from the Biden administration. We can't continue to project weakness, which is what we've done. We're seeing the fentanyl crisis. I mean, it's the #1 killer of Americans aged 18 to 45. That's ridiculous. Not only that, we are seeing an increase in Chinese nationals that are crossing the border. We've seen an 800% increase the last 3 months of 2022. Yes. Chinese nationals that are now coming into our country, and this corresponds with this Chinese surveillance balloon. So something has to happen, because we cannot continue, again, to project this weakness. The world is watching.
The world is watching, you're right. I also wanted to mention, Congresswoman, I don't know if you watched the Super Bowl or not, but the Navy made changes to its initial flyover plans and quietly shifted it to an all-female pilot team. Now, I should point out, you're a former Navy pilot. How do you feel about this?
Well, obviously, it's awesome, right? I'm a former helicopter pilot, so to see people fly over with all the and I couldn't be more proud of them. I think that all of our servicemen and women, I mean, we've had an opportunity this week to meet with so many of our sailors here in the Hampton Roads area, and those men and women put their lives on the line every day in defense of our country. They deserve so much. They deserve resources. They deserve the government to have their back. They deserve a strong government, a strong nation. And they're a wonderful group of people. I'm proud of those women, but I'm proud of all of our soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines who protect our country on a daily basis.
We'll leave it there on that nice note. Congresswoman, thank you so much for joining us, and safe travels to the border for your trip there. Thank you so much.